What's going on, Facebook? What's going on? It's Saturday. It's some this involved, and so I decided to go live. First of all, thank you for taking the time to watch my live feed. Thank you for following my page. If you feel the content brings value, please share and like my video. Well, like the title says, thoughts of an entrepreneur. You know, I really don't know how this one goes. It just means just talking really. Getting in front of the camera and talking more. Man, but before I begin, make sure you get life insurance. Make sure you tell the people that you love them. Because nothing is promised. Here today, gone tomorrow. But that being said, let's get to it. So, those that know me know I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur mostly all my life, you know. Started when I was young. I say, I always felt you can make more money by having a business. So that will always be something that I was thinking a long time ago. But anyways, we were taught to go to school, get education, then get a job, and work 20, 25 years. In 2026, most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Most people are struggling with high gas prices, with everything going up, groceries and stuff like that. So I feel like entrepreneurship is the way to go. But remind you, a lot of people don't know the first steps of being entrepreneurship. Like I say, we were taught to go to school. We were taught to get a job and work 25, 30 years. Most people not working 25, 30 years, it was the same job. With all the things that going around, people losing their jobs daily. So people resort to side hustles and different things to make ends meet. You know, growing up, my dad always had worked 2 or 3 jobs, and to this day, worked 2 or 3 jobs. Well, 2 jobs. I say, as an entrepreneur, I always think outside the box. You know, as an entrepreneur, nobody really tells you the ins and outs. You know, I'm the type of dude that always try to share value and give feedback of things I've done, things I enjoy doing. But being an entrepreneur, you must find out what you are interested in. There's so many ways to make money. So many ways to leave the rat race, the 9 to 5, and stuff like that. But in order to, you know, be an entrepreneur, you must know what you are good, what your interests are. As I explain, a lot of people say they don't like to sell, but every day we're being sold to. Normally, I say sales, people will sell to you regardless. I say, I know when I got started, I always Like I say, I always had to invest in myself. That's the best investment you can do, invest in yourself. I say a lot of times, I didn't do stuff because I was worried about what people thought. And I was like, oh, who would listen to me? It's like that. Why? And I'm the type of person who want things done perfectly before I start anything. But being an entrepreneur, it just, you take the steps in doing it. It's okay to have a job, but your job is not going to take you. You don't get to a certain point as working with somebody. I think it's funny how foreigners come to the United States. They open donut shops, and they cleaners, and all this type of stuff. Yeah, we're programmed to, like I say, to work for somebody. We're programmed that do what you say, do what you're told. I say most people that go to college got debt on top of debt and stuff like that. So being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. But I feel like anybody can do it. There have been people that start businesses with no money. People always say they need money. Do you really need money? If you got a idea or business, find out is it something that people pay for. And I say a lot of times I tell people the best business to start is a service-based business. A service that you can offer folks in exchange for money. Rather than cutting people's grass, detailing people's cars, window cleaning services, house cleaning. It's all type of things that you can do service-based. It really don't require no money. Most service-based businesses, most people already got the tools in their house. And again, we was taught that do this, do that. Work 30 years. Most people now working at the same job for 30 years. You know, it's not happening no more. You know, again, my thoughts as an entrepreneur, I've been doing this for a long time. And a lot of times, I let people stop me from doing things. Well, basically, people that are close to me. And a lot of times, it's always the people close to you that we try to please. I say, do what makes you happy. And yeah, starting a business is not a get rich overnight thing. It's a process. It's something that you must put your head down and just do the work. But a lot of times people want overnight riches without the work. You can't make $1 million, but you can't do the steps to make $1 million. Like I say, it's easier now than ever because so much information out there that can teach you how to do certain things. And like I say, people say they don't got money. So if you don't got money, say, get it. You're your best investment, so invest in yourself. Invest in learning different things. Have a mentorship, have somebody can teach you the ropes. Is the fastest way to build wealth. I say say, it's not, like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. Most businesses have systems. Most businesses have procedures and things you got to follow to be successful. You know, McDonald's. In order to open a McDonald's, you must go to a Hamburger University. Hamburger University is it's their way of teaching McDonald's processes. I said, it's 9 months and it costs over $1 million to open up McDonald's. That's $1 million before you get started, before you even get things started. I say 7-Eleven, the franchises. There's so many different franchises that you can get into. But like I say, being an entrepreneur is the best thing you can do. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I know. I really like to do it. I really don't know how this video go. I'm just talking at the top of my head, really. Just thoughts of being an entrepreneur. Remember, it's a process. I say, learn as you do whatever you're trying to do, learn it, master it, know the ins and outs to it. Again, most businesses fail in the first 6 years, 7 years. If we go past the 7 years, it's good. But most businesses fail in the first year, 2 years. But entrepreneurship, I love it. I love it. I say it's nothing better than create your own money, because it's had no limits of how much money you make. And a lot of times we let people dictate what we do. We let people discourage us. Sometimes we got our toughest critics by not taking the steps and getting started. We listen, oh, it gotta be perfect. No, it don't have to be perfect. Just do it. I say life is about opportunity and taking chances on yourself, invest in yourself. I say I've never been a person. I'm very detailed. I love numbers. I say organizing things, planning things. I'm always thinking 10 to 20 steps ahead of things. I'm always in thinking mode, grind mode, and how I can level up. I say we're here today. Nothing's promised. Nothing's promised. I say, as you get older, you realize that your time is important. Your time. You can't get back time. I say, I know as an entrepreneur, I've done many things. I say I've been doing this since I was 16. I always have that thought process of like, how can I make money? Even when I had a job, I was like, how can I make more money? When you're young, your youth, your being young and naive to not know what you don't know. I say, yeah, life is crazy, man. I say, but being an entrepreneurship, it teaches you a lot of things. Learn how to sell. Learn how to market yourself. Because every day you market to somebody. And then we go on Facebook or social media, and every day we're being sold something. I can sell you this. I can tell you that. But if you don't do the work, you will never know what you can do. Because God gives us all ability to do something. God gave 5 talents, 3 talents to the individuals, and they multiplied it. But a person that gave that 1 talent, he buried that talent. What's your talent? What's your skills? What can you, what services, what can you offer people to bring that impact folks' lives? And think about it. If you got good people are willing to pay you for your services, I told you, I do a lot of things. I mean, I'm always, every time I post stuff on my page, I give you insights of different things, different businesses, different things. I study different things. I research different things. I mean, I got notebooks on top of notebooks of things that I always write stuff down because I always might have an idea. So I always keep a pen and pad with me because I might have an idea. So once I have an idea, I write it down. So later on, let me do some research on that product. Well, let me see how it works. Again, I'm telling you my thoughts of being an entrepreneur. Again, like I said, I'm not planning to make this long. I'm just, man, so many ways to do, so many ways you can level up into the 26. So many ways. I say, but before you start a business, or before you start your journey as an entrepreneur, learn skills. I said, we're being sold every day, so learn skills. Learn how to market yourself on social media platforms like that. I say, it's money out there. It's enough money for everybody. And I used to get discouraged when I used to tell people different things how to make money. And they just, that sounds a good idea. Why are you asking for advice about something and you don't do it? I say, time waits for no man. Waiting for the perfect time. It's never gonna be a perfect time. Just take action. I say, it's funny. I say, we get degrees and stuff, and we don't even use our degrees. Most people not make money with their degrees. And I was good for computers, right? And I say, like, I give an example. Most real estate agents, they ain't making money. Most people making money are investors. Unless I say it's so many things you can do. I'm planning on doing a live video on different skills, different niches you can get into. They can make you some money. I said I already got the presentation down, but I already got the notes and everything for it. But I don't want to talk about that. I'm just talking about thoughts of being an entrepreneur. I say right now I'm just talking. Just trying to give you some insights. And I say, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. It's like about to rain, but invest in yourself. Always, I say, if you don't know it, YouTube it. If you don't know it, it's your book. You learn it. I say, there's so much information out there. But nobody tells you the struggles, the ins and outs of being an entrepreneur. Nobody tells you what you got to focus on. So sometimes you just got to put your head down and just run. Go. As long as you're making progress, as long as you're making progress, encourage you taking the steps and doing being better. Even if you got delay. Learn from it. Learn how to make it better. Because, like I say, time waits for no man. Time waits for no man. Every day, as we live, we're wasting time. You getting better, or you progressing. You moving forward, or you going backwards. People make you better, or people make you worse. It's no this way or that way. It's time. It's something we can't get back, man. Time we can't get back. Enjoy the journey as an entrepreneur. Enjoy I say, yeah, it may not go the way you want it to go, but keep on moving. Sometimes you gotta go on the faith of others, having believe in you, and you believe in your own self. So, your wife or whoever it might be, somebody close to you might believe in you more than you believe in your own self. Feed off of that. I say, for a long time, I always like, man, who would listen to me? But as I go through my journey, I realize a lot of people like, man, that sounds like a good idea. I never thought about it like that. Even though I was talking, just giving my feedback. Man, that sounds good. Man, it's money, man. Money's everywhere. I know you may not care about money. I know, but it takes money as a tool to make yourself better. I always level up. And I always tell myself this year, the people around me, have them level up too. I say, nothing you can't do. God give us the ability to do things. Yeah. We just have faith in your ability, man. Have faith in your ability. Have faith in knowing that it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. Nothing going to happen overnight. It's so much stuff I can talk about. But like I say, the feed talking about invest in yourself. Trust the process. Know that people will discourage you. It's always the people that close to you. They'll tell, oh, you can't do this. I remember I was talking to this lady. And I was like, hey, you should do real estate. Do real estate business. I said, I can give you some pointers and give you some insights of the business. Oh, but she listened to her husband. Her husband said, man, it's like a gift. It's like a scam. I said, man, how is a scam? If it's been around for longer than we've been alive, how is it a scam? I said, and she listened to her husband. And she didn't do it. I was just talking to her. I just want to give her the hey, if you need some insight, hey, text me, call me. Well, how can I make you get better? Maybe I can speed up the process. Again, I'm not a guru. Never claimed to be a guru. But over the years, I learned a lot of things as an entrepreneur. I learned a lot of things as investing in yourself and doing the things that other people won't do. People say they want to make money. People say they want to do this and this. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And people, I don't got money. Me, we spend time and money on nonsense. Nonsense, man. It don't bring you value. It don't give you nothing. taking you away from your journey. Again, life is crazy, man. Life is crazy. We all getting older. Every day we live, we getting older, man. I say, you appreciate the little stuff. I say, you appreciate the stuff more. When we young, we think we got nothing but time. But as you realize time, you don't got time. You don't got time. With technology and everything around us changing every day. People dying every day, man. People dying every day. Enjoy the process of doing whatever you want to do. Enjoy it now. Because when we did, nobody, when we did, we can't work no more. When we didn't go, how you be remembered? How you be remembered? I say, those that know me, I'm a low key type of person. I don't like people in my business. I always say to myself, that's a good thing and a bad thing. And I'm not sociable. I just trust in myself more than I trust in other folks. If that makes sense. But as an entrepreneur, learn things that can bring you value. Learn, like I said again, learn sales. Learn social media. Learn how to market your business. Because in order to be successful, you gotta know how to do these things. And it's a process, man. That's how I love being able to help folks and show them different things that I be thinking. Man, my mind goes just like that. I'm always thinking. Right now I'm thinking about some stuff. I know you got better things to do besides listen to me talk about entrepreneurship and the journey of being entrepreneurship. But I'm just making a quick video and share my thoughts. I say, if you need anything about entrepreneurship or don't want to pick my brain about different things, feel free. Feel free. I say, I'm not going to charge you nothing. It's just me sharing my insights. And maybe I can help you push you in the right direction and what to do. Because like I say, we all got something we can bring value to the world. And I say, I got so many books. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I say, I remember when I first started making money online, I was so excited. And I said, I never thought I would make money online. But as I trust the process and do it, and people mind the stuff I was promoting, like, God, you actually can make money. I say, and think about it. If you know what people are searching for, you know what problems you can solve for people, people will pay you. People will pay you. I remember I was talking to Steve about a business he was trying to start, and I was giving him some different ways how to market the business. be like, oh, Vincent, you know that's the information you gave me. I took to your fight and did what you told me to do. And I got 10 people from that thought you gave me. I said, man, think about it. Change one person's life, one day at a time. I said again, I'm not. Realize most people don't make money online. Most people try to wait till the perfect time to get started. Most people not willing to invest in themselves. Don't be that type of person. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And I say, I can go on and on and on. But again, I'm not trying to waste your time. And I'm just giving you some thoughts that's in my head. I appreciate you. I thank you for taking the time to watch my live feed. Hopefully, I can bring value. Hopefully, if you got any questions about anything, about entrepreneurship, or any topics I talk about in my posts, feel free to contact me. It costs nothing. Just taking a step and asking questions. Because like I always say, I'm my brother's keeper. I'm my sister's keeper. I say, I can't make all the money. I need people to make the money with me, you know what I mean? But anyways, have a good day. Hopefully I go live tomorrow or later on tonight about different niches that you can make some money. Until next time, take care of yourself. God bless.